Welcome back everyone to more Spyro 3 Year of the Dragon. Yes, I'm back. Look at this, I'm keeping up some kind of schedule here, or some kind of consistency at least with these parts. And yeah, so yeah, I just replenished the health I lost from the sorceress, and now I'm going to talk to Zoe.
Before you kick the sorceress's big, fat, ugly butt, she built a factory to make robotic bugs to fight Sparx. But I don't think they're any match for him.
Okay, so yeah, we're going to be doing the last Sparx world in this part. And am I happy that it's the last Sparx world? Yeah, because I don't really like these levels. Is it the most difficult and challenging Sparx world? Probably not. This one seems kind of tame, more tame compared to, especially the last one, Starfish Reef. That was a nightmare. That part took like 20 minutes. I really don't want this taking 20 minutes because it shouldn't really take 20 minutes. This one is much shorter in comparison to the other Sparx worlds. Well, not the other Sparx worlds, but just Starfish Reef. Starfish Reef is probably the hardest Sparx world in the game, if you ask me. If you want this reporter's opinion. Oh shit. So yeah, this Bugbot factory. Are these things robotic bugs? Probably. They don't really look like robotic bugs, but if they say they are, then I guess they are. No reason not to trust them. Yeah, something interesting I found out about the Sparx levels after playing this thing called the Spyro World Viewer is that they are actually rendered in full 3D, which is interesting. It's just the fact that the camera angle is from above that makes it look 2D. So I guess if they wanted to, they could actually make a 3D Sparx model and have this thing in like a kind of Doom type thing, genre, level, whatever. So yeah, we're shooting this spider to get the key. And then you take the key up to the door and unlock the door. And then you kill some more bugs. Fascinating stuff. Yeah, this one is actually, like I said, quite a lot easier. I don't know why it's easier. Probably because it doesn't have, like, the same enemies as the Starfish Reef did. Those enemies were very annoying. These ones are kind of just okay, fine. I think I've seen these before kind of thing. Once again, strafing comes in very handy in this one, especially when you have to kill a bunch of these guys and they're scattered all over the place. Get that health there. No sense letting it go to waste. This thing here, this like glowing white orb thing, is actually the upgrade for this level. Because as I mentioned before, every level has its own unique upgrade type thing. Kind of shame because this one isn't really very useful at all. Just use it for killing these guys, I guess. That's about it. You can only run into people. It doesn't have like any projectile or anything, which makes it kind of the most useless out of the bunch. Even that rocket launcher missile thing is probably a bit more useful than it. Okay, this is kind of like an egg thief kind of thing here. That's what I liken it to. And you actually, for some reason, you actually have to unlock the door that has another guy behind it, which doesn't make any sense to me. What the real point is, because you can just unlock the door and watch, you don't even have to press anything, you just bump into him and you get the key off him. So that makes it a bit easy. And then that unlocks this, which spawns out a ton of these guys. And better get the strafe on, because that way we can be facing this guy perpetually and we can kill him. Yeah, so some interesting, well not interesting, but some news on my Let's Play equipment, because I know you care about that. Apparently, somehow, I don't know, during the week my headset, the left earpiece, I don't know, it just broke. Now there's no sound coming out of it, which means I'm pretty much playing this as if I'm deaf in one ear, because I can only hear the audio from my right ear. Which, I don't know how, I mean, if something, you know, happens that requires me to react to some sound or something, I won't be able to do it if it's coming from the left ear. So yeah, that sucks. So if I'm trying to listen to Bohemian Rhapsody in surround, then that won't sound very good. It's actually interesting, throughout the, like, 3 or 4 years I've been doing this thing, I've probably gone through about 6 or so headsets, like that's about 2 a year, which is a terrible average. It's actually interesting as well, like the first one I ever had, the first headset I had when I was doing this, which was back when I was doing like Was I doing Earthbound with it? Probably. But back in like early 2010 to like 2011, I used one headset for that whole period of time, and it was probably the worst headset you could ever use, because just go back and listen to the audio quality in those parts. It's dreadful. Especially like, since I couldn't actually hear out of the headset. I mean, you could hear out of it, but you couldn't hear and talk out of it at the same time, which meant I had to have these little earbud things underneath the actual headset itself, which was really painful on my ears, because I was having the thing from the headset pressed down onto these earbuds, which were inside my ear, which not a good idea. That's probably like one of my recommendations for if you want to do this thing, if you want to get into Let's Play, is get proper sound equipment that doesn't bug you all the time. Like actually though, this headset's been pretty good actually. It sounds alright. The quality's not too bad, I don't think. I've just got kind of like a bit of a blocked nose at the moment, a little bit of sinus issues, so that's why I'm sounding kind of funny, but usually it doesn't sound too bad, usually. And then I had this, like, probably the weirdest headset I've ever had was this one, like it goes behind your head. It doesn't actually go over your, like, the top of your head, it actually goes behind your head, which is so strange. Like, I never got used to that. If you actually go back and listen to most of my Peter Pan Let's Play, and I think a bit of my Spyro 2 LP, I was using that headset. And then I've only had like 4 types of headsets. I've had a bunch of those laser ones that cost like $5 or something from eBay. Oh shit. They cost about $5 from eBay, and they never last at all. So I really don't recommend them unless you're like looking for something really, really cheap. The one I have at the moment is a Logitech, which is pretty good if Logitech's good quality. Look for like a known brand, because usually you can trust those, I guess. Yeah, that's just some tips if you're looking for sound, getting some good sound out of your LPs. Because I know there's this guy called Showrowell who's been having problems with sound out of his LPs. Like, you can barely hear him in his LPs, and he had to restart his channel because he was unsatisfied with his audio quality. And so yeah, he could use that advice, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so this part here is very irritating, because you have to like get on a corner here, and you got to kill these guys, which actually do shoot out projectiles. The only enemies that actually shoot out projectiles in this thing. Luckily though, theirs aren't as like long range as Sparx's. And that's good. If you actually, I think there's like some kind of like threshold here, where once you cross it, the guys on the other side won't actually attack you. So that's something interesting. Yeah, enemies that spawn out other enemies are the worst. They are like the bane of my existence. Okay, right, we're almost done. This key here actually unlocks the boss, so once we get it, yep, we'll be good. And that's the last gem, which makes 200 out of 200, which gives us a total of 7,000 gems. Okay. Right, time to face the boss, which is actually possibly the most ripped off boss ever. This is pretty much like a one of those things from Legend of Zelda, you know, those like millipede things. Pretty much exactly the same thing. You'll see in a second it actually like splits into 2, much like the manta ray boss that was in Starfish Reef. Yeah, there we go. See, it splits off into 2. I think it only goes to 2. It would be much more irritating if it went to like 4 or something, but it only goes to 2. I don't know what it's spitting out either. Some kind of like stick thing or something. And yeah, I think they both have like, for all intents and purposes, they have separate life bars, because once you kill one guy, the other guy stays alive, so that's something to watch out for. But yeah, I think this is probably a good technique, just like stay on the side and just like strafe around a bit. May take a little while, but it works. I think it works. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. Ooh. Yeah, I think I've almost killed them. Like, yeah, I've killed the other guy. You didn't see that. I must have. Oh no, he's still alive. Huh. I'm gonna get my hopes up and then dash them quite magnificently. Okay. Oh, one guy's almost dead, and this guy's got like 3 segments left. Oh, jeez, shit. Oh, come on. Oh, shit. Almost got it first try. Almost. Almost. That's the key word there. I don't really know what the technique is for this. Like, it's pretty much... it's very easy when it starts off because it's just the one guy and he moves quite slowly. But when you get him to split in two, it gets much more difficult. I really like it how like the segments light up and make this like kind of sound effect when you hit them. Oh, that's cool. Oh. Oh. Okay. No monkeying around this time. Actually, I think once you do have like the fourth up, like when Sparx gets that extra health upgrade, I think he actually does have. I think it counts in the Sparx world as well. Like, I'm not too sure about that because I'm pretty sure before he only had like 3 hits and now I can take 4 hits without dying. I think so. Or maybe not. I don't know. Oi, vey. Jeez, it's really. This is actually quite difficult. I thought it was easier than this. It's kind of hard to actually get like a proper like consistent fire on these guys. Actually, did he just shoot his other guy? I think he did. Let's kill this guy first. Oh, come on. Okay. Third time's the charm, as they say. I really didn't want this part taking too long, but looks like it might now. Unfortunately, I'm having a dreadful time with getting these part-timers down because they've all been incredibly like long. Like, sorry about that. My throat's kind of funny today. Yeah, they've all been in like the 20-minute mark, which is really irritating, especially when I have to render them and upload them, which takes ages with that crappy Australian internet, which is like the worst I've ever seen. Well, actually, probably not the worst. I'm sure like some African countries get it much worse than us, but you know, I'm allowed to complain about it. When it could be better, I can complain. Oh, come on. How did I take 2 hits there? I think if I can just kill this one guy first, then maybe I can get the other guy alone. Oh, come on. How am I supposed to avoid that when one guy... when I avoid one guy, that I get hit by this guy's thing? How many hits does this guy take to die? Honestly, how many... On... There we go. Okay. Let's just fix the audio. Actually, yeah. I just laid down a save state there as well, because I think it's more intense to see me do it with 1 hit left, I think. I think you want to see me do it with 1 hit left, rather than restart it, than do it brilliantly, but then have, like, 5 hits left by the time I get to this guy. I think that's what you want to see. Something tells me. Is it possible, though? Can you do this guy with taking no hits? We'll see. Oh, no you can't. Maybe you can. I don't know. This is a bit of a social experiment here. I don't know how it's a social experiment, but it's a bit of an experiment. Oy vey. Okay. Well, I think I'll just stand in the corner here, and hopefully that's ample room to avoid his shots. Oh, looks like it might be actually. Yeah, that image of him on the map there on the screen actually has no resemblance to the guy who we're fighting. Like, it's all like blue looking for some reason, even though the guy is like red and yellow. I do like it how they've got these like bugs here that actually like look at you while you're fighting him. It's like kind of cool. I think they do that in every one though, so I'm not gonna say it's like just unique to this level. Let's lay down another save state, just to be safe. Just to be safe. Oh, there he is. Oh, 1 hit left. 1 segment left, I should say, not 1 hit. Come on! Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Okay, cool. And there is Annabelle. And see, yeah, you see here how it's all 3D. Like, that's how it is rendered normally, but the camera makes it look 2D. Interesting. Probably the only bit of information you can possibly source out of this part is that the camera angle makes it look 2D. Anyway, that was Bugbot Factory.
That last egg must have had some extra magic, because it gave Sparx 2 new abilities. Now he can break open treasure chests, and using the atlas, he can warp you to any level. Just select the level you want and press the square button.
Well, I'm sure breaking open treasure chests will be real useful now. Yeah, so, yeah, that's interesting. We can do this now. If we go to the atlas, you'll see that we actually have this, this thing that says press square to warp to level, which is interesting. We also have press square for skill points, which shows us here that we actually have pretty much all of the, I think we've got all of the skill points in the game, don't we? 82 rounds. Lost Fleet, we don't have one. Huh, I'll have to look up what that is. Desert Ruins. Yeah, so basically everywhere but Lost Fleet we've got the skill point for. Interesting. I thought I don't know. Yeah, there we go. Get the secret dino, hit all the seahorses. Okay, so yeah, I'll find the one in Lost Fleet, because I have to do that as well, I guess. So yeah, we got 100% complete, but there's still a few things left to do, so stick around on Spyro 3, and yeah, I'll do the things that are left to do. Alright, so yeah, thanks for watching guys, and in the next part, more interesting, fun things. See you then. Bye.